everyone, it's Andrew here from OnePlus Armor, and we got a special unboxing video for you today. So, if you guys have been following our Twitter feeds and Facebook page, you'll know that we have recently just got into Warmachine. Now, this is the Cyphalyx All-in-One Army box. So this is basically Privateer Press's way of getting people into the game. Inside this box is basically a full 35-point army, all set and ready to go. The list is made for you. And it's a really good way to get into the game for, a reasonable price for miniatures. This box is $150, and the other boxes range, I think, from $130 to up to $150. I think this is the most expensive one. Now it does sound expensive, but basically you get double the price of models. So this is $150, but if you bought everything that it was included in this box separate, it'd be closer to $300. So there's really good savings in here. And another thing that's cool about these boxes is they come with a mini rulebook and a few cheat sheets to show you sort of certain tactics and ways to use this specific list. Now, with other companies, sometimes the lists or their all-in-one boxes are sort of throwaways. These are actually, like, as far as I've been told, like, I am still new to this, but the list that comes in this box is like a pretty good list in terms of competitiveness and whatnot. So this is a really good way to get started. Like I said, this is the Cephalyx one. So they're a mercenary sub-faction. They're sort of like I want to say like the guys from Hellraiser, but they're not that crazy, I guess. These guys are more about genetic modification and making like weird creatures that have captured bodies and stuff. So I guess we'll get right into the box. So here it is. Ta-da! You get your Warcaster, a bunch of units. Here's what it sort of looks like. It's a pretty big box, but it's chock full of models. On the back here you get, basically tells you everything that comes with it. So it's a 35-point list, which is all sort of seen here. So you get the Warcaster, Exulon Thexus, a Warden Heavy Monstrosity, a Wrecker Heavy Monstrosity, which is this team's Warjacks essentially. A Pistol Wraith Solo, 3 Cephalyx Agitator Solos, a Mindbender and Dredges unit, and then 2 Mind Slaver and Dredges unit. Also in this box, which is really cool, is you get a pocket version of the Warmachine rulebook, and it has all the rules completely. So basically, that's something cool to have right there. And then strategy cards with tips and tricks for your army. So there's the box. It's pretty good, pretty big. And I guess we'll get right into it. So I did already pop the top earlier, just to make sure everything was there. But let's get this open. So yeah, other than making sure everything was here, I haven't touched anything else in the box. So this is all basically how it came. There was a piece of paper here sort of holding everything down, but I took that out. So first thing, like they advertised, you get this nice little mini rulebook. Sort of pull back the shot. There we go. Really awesome to get these. I like when companies do this because it's something nice to take with you. Throw it in your gamer bag and you have the rules ready to go. I'm old school, so I do prefer books over like a tablet or something, just because I find it easier to flip through and get the rules you're looking for right away. So that's all there. Perfect. I think all the all-in-one boxes come with this, so it's a really cool purchase. Then also the stat cards. So this is Cephalyx Army Tips and Tricks, and it basically just tells you how to play the list that's included in this box. And then specific race rules for the Cephalyx. So they're monstrosities, even though they're warjacks. They count as living creatures, and they have a bunch of Cephalyx specific army rules. So that's all here. These are really cool. Pretty good quality printing. There's sort of like this shiny cardboard stuff. I guess mine's a little dinged up. It was bent in the box here. And then basically it's chock full of models, the rest of it. So you got all these boxes of guys. Oh, cool. So first one, the Cephalyx Mindslaver and Drudges. So that's a unit box. You get your dude plus, I think, 9 of these Drudge guys. They're your basic, just generic unit. So that's cool. You get 2 of their beasts. Now, the list says make it a specific way for the 35 points, but the cool thing about, I think most of these all-in-one boxes is your heavy warjacks and beasts, because they are multi-kits. They just throw in the boxes, so you can actually make these however you want, which is cool. Gives you options. You can change up the way you were going to make this, and it's great too, because if you just magnetize like the arms and specific pieces, you can basically have all 3 of these jacks just in different lists or different configurations. So that's cool. You get 2 of those. Yeah, and then you get the other Mindslaver. So you get 2 Mindslaver boxes. So that's 2 full units. All the pieces are in here. And maybe I'll crack one of these open and you can see sort of what comes in one of these boxes. And then this is the Mindbender and his Dredges. And then you get these blisters, so they're a little bit more, not what you'd normally get. Usually they'd have like a nice backer card, some foam to keep these from moving around. These look like the agitators, so just basically a bin of pieces and bases. This is the Big Papa. So this is the Warcaster that comes in the box, Untitled. Pretty cool. Looks like he's a combination metal and plastic kit. So we'll have to do some pinning to get that guy ready. And then the last one is the Pistol Race Solo with a bent pistol, if you can see that. So I'll have to fix that up. But he's actually a Crix unit, so Crix are one of the factions out of the game. But these guys, because they're mercenaries, they can take select units from the Crix. I guess they're an allied army, so this guy is included in there to help with that. And then finally, last thing in the box here is just the cards for the blister pack guys. So it's all here. Your 3 agitators. Your 3 agitators. Cephalyx and his spell card. And then the Pistol Race Solo guy. And any rules for him. So these are all loose just because they didn't come in standard blisters. But let me just spread this all out and see how much stuff you get. Like, this just gives you an idea of how good a deal these box sets really are. You got, you know, all these models, a full 35-point army, which is, I think, one of the tournament standards, the lowest tournament standard, but this basically gets you completely into the game with everything you need. You got your rulebook, you got all your pieces. I think the only thing you need is a set of dice and a tape measure, and you're ready to go with the game. So these are really cool purchases, I find, and they're all pretty cool and have sort of good models in them. And like I said, you do have options, so maybe you already did play this faction, but you needed more of these base guys and then a couple jacks. You can make these jacks however you want. I'll probably just make the list out of the box because I'm still new to this, so I'm not really sure what to go from. So I'll go from there and just see what happens. But you get all this stuff. Again, it's a really great deal. Like I said, you basically get double your money's worth in models for what you pay. And yeah, that's basically it. So maybe I'll crack one of these unit boxes open just so you can see sort of what they look like. So it comes in standard box. Sometimes there's instructions on it. No, not this one. And then you pull it out and you got this little tray and it has all your pieces. So a bunch of bases and then just a big bag of dudes and pieces. And then again your statistics card for these guys. and their base rules and everything. So that's what the units look like. Pretty cool. Probably a bunch of work to get these ready. So I am rocking a different faction right now for our vids, the Convergence of Cirrus, but these guys will be, these are sort of my second choice when I started into the game, and I decided I didn't really want to jump into them right away, but basically a week after I got into the game, they announced this all-in-one, and my local store was just lucky enough to get one, so I couldn't miss the good deal just because, like I've said about twice now, you basically double your money with one of these all-in-one boxes. So it's a good deal for those people trying to get into the game, but even if you are sort of a vet, it's a good way to expand your force. So yeah, that's the all-in-one box. Stay tuned for the future Warmachine vids from us, and also see how these armies progress. So keep tuned to our Facebook page, and we'll keep you up to date with how we're doing in Warmachine and if we do any more live streams or anything. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.